Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 25. Today we're going to play a new mode, or new career mode. This is one of my first times playing this game. I have played Farming Simulator in the past, but let's dive right in. I'm going to start with Riverbend Springs. This is one of the free maps that you don't have to download. Um, and there's multiple different options when you start. You can be a new farmer, you can have a starting farm. When you have a starting farm, it gives you basically starting vehicles, from what I know. I'm not interested in the guided intro tour because I kind of know how to play a little bit. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from scratch with $1 million and no starting loan, normal difficulty, no starting farm. The reason why I'm doing this is basically so I can pick my own equipment, um, and make it a little bit more challenging because I don't get the $1 million worth of fields basically when you first start. I do have a bunch of add-ons already installed, but just basic farming equipment, nothing crazy that I'm really going to gain much of a benefit from. I do think it'd be fun to do a completionist series. I'm not sure if I would do it on this map or not, but basically where you continue to play the map until you've purchased everything, which I think would take an absolute insane amount of time to complete it with playing legitly and not actually having money cheats. But yeah, anyways, let's get into it and see where we start. Okay, I guess we gotta create a character. Um, Maybe a little bit shorter of a hair for farming, so we're gonna get dirty. Definitely need a beard. A farmer doesn't have a beard. Uh, go with a t-shirt. Uh, jean. Ooh, jorts. I like those. Yeah, jeans is good. Um, some work boots, steel toes maybe, or shit kickers. Ooh, I kind of like those. I'll go with steel boots. Hats. Do no hat for now. Uh, no leather gloves. Maybe some shades. Yeah, here we go. Do that. Yeah. Okay. So escape to confirm. Interesting. So it starts us at this farm. We're standing at the farm, even though we haven't purchased it yet. Let me zoom out. This is the entire map. And in order to, I don't think we have any animals. Yeah, so no animals. Um, it is, what season is it right now? We're in August, so it's harvest season right now. So if we do buy a field, we'll just try to buy one that has crops in it so we can harvest it. And then, let's see, so farmland. I'm going to click on this one. And the value of this farm's 172,000. We're going to buy it right away. Because I believe it's going to have some stuff that we want. It has fuel, it has a couple barns. Not sure if it has animals. Let's see. Oh yeah, it does. It did have a couple animals. So yeah, three steers, which will be nice. Before I continue, I'm going to check the used equipment shop to see what we have. Unfortunately, we don't really have much here. Um, so what I might do is basically not buy anything yet, unless I absolutely have to. I might need to buy maybe a wagon to get the cows some hay, just to get us through the season. Looks like we have some silos over there, and I believe there's some other stuff too. Let's see what they have. See, they don't have any. They have a meadow, which I believe is food. Granted, the productivity is at 0, and the water is at 0. Let's see if there's any water we can get them. Hmm. None of that looks like water. Wonder if it's in construction. Sculpting, no. Others. Cows, horses, big sheep, chickens, bees, others. Hmm. Interesting. Silo extensions. Oh, here we go. Water. Water pump can be placed near a stable or a greenhouse. Okay. Perfect. I think if I put this here, it'll give it unlimited water. It's only 5,000, so I'm gonna risk it. I think. Hopefully, that gives us water. Yes, okay, perfect. So that gives us unlimited water. Basically, it's a water pump. So then I don't have to deal with the water. Now, let's see what they use for feed. So we can give them hay, silage, grass. I think what we're gonna do is somehow we have to get hay, silage, or grass. And we don't have a ton of grassland right here that we can actually chop right away. So I think I'm gonna have to maybe buy some stuff at the store, which is fine. And then I think I'll lease a tractor to get some hay to the animals. So let's do that, and I'll be back once I have the equipment. And I'm at 822,000 left, so I should be able to buy a couple fields yet. But I'm gonna hold off probably until I spent $4,800 in leasing costs. Not really sure that was worth it. Um, oh, I did not realize my windows were going to be like that in the front. We're going to have to get rid of that. But let's hook up for now. Okay. We'll get in the skid steer and load these up. I'm pretty sure I could have sold the cattle and bought new ones next spring for cheaper, but I liked them and I couldn't get rid of them, so this is what we're doing. Not sure if the skid steer will grab two of these. I'm thinking it's going to be a little heavy. They're big bales, so. Oh, just barely. Try not to tip it. Oh. So I just bought straight hay. Don't need these things to produce really well the first year. Just need them to survive through the winter. And I'm hoping 4 bales is going to be enough. Great. Okay. So I grab one this time. So you can see the skid steer is kind of squatting anyways, so whoops. I think I can get this skid steer on the back of this trailer. I didn't buy the skid steer just in case something comes up in the used shop over the winter. Save me a little money. Because 700,000 sounds like a lot, but it is not going to be much by the time I buy land. I want to be land heavy. Man, this truck takes forever to start. Let's pull it forward a little bit. Not sure I like the color scheme, but it is what it is for now. Okay. Turn that off. Sure it's secured. Secured. Then real quick, I'm just going to do settings. I like for I like crop destruction on. Periodic plowing, I like that to be on. I feel like it's more realistic. You should have to plow to break up compaction. Days per month, 1 day. Da da da. Disaster destruction enabled. I would say yes. Dirt normal. Stop and go braking. Automatic engine start. I don't want automatic engine start. I want to be able to start it, because then once you start it, you can just leave it running. Trailer fill limit. Trailers can only be filled until the max allowed weight is reached. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll do that because it's more realistic, I think, that way. And I don't want my workers to be buying anything for me. That way I have to purchase it all myself. Okay. So let's get in here. Start this bad boy up. Let's see on the map where we're at. So we're here. We gotta go out, take a right, and then take a left to get to the farm. This truck sounds really nice, hopefully it's not too loud. Oh shoot. Wrong way. Go back. Gotta fold up our ramps too, I see. Okay. Now we should be on the road. I see the strap did not hold the skid steer down. Let's see what this looks like on the inside. Ooh, I do not like that visor on the front. I'll actually probably take that off. It's very hard to see. It's not so bad if you're outside, but... Okay, I think we can get to the farm if we take a left here. This is a really beautiful map. Should be fun to play on. We took out the stop sign. We're probably gonna have to pay for that one. This ended up being perfect because I came in the back entrance. So I'll be right next to the animals. I really tried to make this truck look like Smokey and the Bandit, but I better do another take on that one. So leave the truck running for now. Get the straps off. But you gotta fold down the ramp anyways. Okay. I think I'm going to try to unload 2 at a time and see what happens. So far, so good. I'm going to drop that down. I'm not sure I think if I just put these here, I think it'll automatically feed them hay, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Does not. So I'm not sure yet how we're actually going to get them the hay. I think it might have to go into that thing somehow. But that's okay, we'll set the hay out here for now. Not sure in Farming Sim 25 if you leave the hay outside if it's actually going to destroy it. I know in some of the other ones if you had a certain game mode turned on it would destroy it, so I'm just hoping it's not going to. I think eventually I'm going to build a chicken coop on this farm as well. Always kind of wanted to try that. I haven't really tried it in the past, so I feel like the eggs could be pretty lucrative and not a ton of volume to handle, which would be nice. But with cows, there's always a ton of volume as far as milk and whatnot. Granted, I've never done steers, which we'll see how it goes. So I think this just goes in here like this. Let's try it. Hey, hello. Let's just drop it and see what happens. Yes. Okay, so I gave them some hay. I think we have to... Yeah. Oh, no, we did not grab it there. Let's try this again. It's almost like the bale is too big. Oh. There we go. So the hay is going up. Okay. I think that'll work. Should consume that hay bale. I'm not really sure. I think it's 8,000 liters. Yes. We're just going to leave that there. Okay. Now I'm going to go return the leased vehicles. That'd be I'm only going to have the truck left. So, yeah, that was pretty expensive to get the hay here, but probably worth it. So, I'll be back. Okay, we're back. We got the truck finalized. I got way smaller visor. Remove the side visor. Yeah. So let's see what it looks like now. Yeah, that's way better. Okay. Um, yeah, let's go take this back to the farm and go into September. Got the cows fed. We should be good to go. Okay, we moved into the next day. We are now into September. So the first thing I like to do each day is check on the auction and see if there's any used equipment that came up for sale. And then we'll go check on the animals. Okay, so there's a tractor. It's $104,000 though. 247 horsepower. Okay, I think I'm going to leave this one for now. It's a little bit more than I want to spend. If we have to, we'll buy a tractor later. I want to try to get as cheap of tractor as possible because I need to make sure I have enough money for land and enough money for a combine, which is extremely expensive. So let's just leave that one for now. Just make sure this is not a planter. That's correct. What does this thing actually do? It's for grapes. Okay, yeah, so we don't want any of this stuff. Let's check on our animals. Okay, water looks good, productivity looks good, food looks good, meadow, it looks like the meadow went down quite a bit. Interesting. Okay, I wonder if these reproduce. Okay, water, this animal has reached its breeding age. Animals that are healthy and older than 18 months can reproduce. The number in brackets refers to the effectiveness of the reproduction. Okay, so here you can see the reproduction is at 10%. So I'm assuming once that gets up to 100, we would get more animals. So, okay, we're going to keep rolling since it's September. We have to pretty much go through all the winter months back into April before we can plant anything. So let's go into October. I'm really glad they added into the game this part where you can just sleep through the nights. It makes it a lot better. Entered October, so let's check the shop again. And look at that. There is a Claus Evolution for 100,000. I'm pretty sure I'm going to nab that because when I look at the shop and I go to harvesters, just the Massey's 100,000, 104,000, and Evian, Claus Evian, sorry, I think that's how you say it, is 230, so it's really half off. I'm definitely going to buy that. Before we buy it, what do we want for wheels? Pretty sure they're all kind of the same setup, so it really doesn't matter. Go with this one, maybe. They look kind of nice. Okay, so let's buy that. So now we just need to get a head for it. And then this thing, I believe, okay, so fertilizer only. think I'm gonna hold off on that because I kind of want a sprayer where I can do herbicide at the same time. Yeah, let's hold off on that. Okay, and then let's check our animals. Reproduction is at 20%. The metal, looks like the metal regenerated. It's interesting. Suppose they just ate a bunch of hay and it automatically regenerated. So, yeah. Okay, let's see what the farmland is looking like on growth, soil composition. Okay, I think these are all harvested, minus this one. It's lime green color, so that must be spinach. No. What crop is that? Wheat. Okay. So we could potentially buy that field right now and harvest the wheat off of it. Wonder what we would gain by doing that, if anything. Don't have anything in our silo, so at least we could put something in the silos. Um, let's see how much a header is for the claws. Ooh, that's expensive, kind of. Let's see how wide these are. 6.6, 6 to 6.6, 7.5, and 9. I think we might bet this 7.5. I'm not sure if I get the 9, I'm not sure that the boom is long enough. Let's get the 7.5 for now. And let's plan on harvesting that. I'm hoping I can harvest it without using a grain tank or a trailer. I think I can. Pretty sure I can just go over to the silo and dump it. So yeah, let's take this home and harvest that field. We have 600,000 left. We also are going to have to buy that field yet as well. So let's go ahead and buy that field. Now we're really going to start burning through the money. So is the field number 4. 60,000. Okay. Down to 500,000 to purchase tractor and more land. So we're definitely going to be putting it thin pretty soon, but that is okay. One nice thing about the smaller head is it's going to go down the road nice. Since I don't have a trailer, we're going to have to fit through this bridge before any cars come. Let's do that. We're looking good. I think we can go the same way that we brought the truck home. Hopefully we don't run into any cars, otherwise we'll have to pull over. We'll try not to hit this sign here. Okay. Turn up the volume a little bit. Where would the volume be? General. There we go. Oh, you can hear the equipment a little better. Okay, let's see where we're going here. Whoa, sign. Just in time. Dodge the truck. I think this is going to end up working out just perfect. We got the first few. Oh, first. It's harvested. For some reason, I thought it was growing. Okay, I guess we just bought the header for nothing. I mean, we still are going to need it, but let's go ahead and turn off our lights. So this is the field I bought here. I thought it was still That's my bad. Oh, I see. It's mulched, so it's okay. Alright, well, that's okay. We'll put the combine in here. It looks like a nice shed for this to go in. The header all the way in the back. Detach it. Back up a little bit. Okay. There. Alright, let's go into November now. Okay, it's now November. We're heading into the winter season. I didn't see anything in the shop I really want. I'm really tempted to buy this stump grinder. This could come in handy later, but it's 14,000. I just don't think I really need it right now. So I'm going to pass on that. There's a straw chopper, which would be nice to have, but not necessary. Well, let's check on the animals. Looks like we're still doing good. We still have some hay in there. I will need something to move the hay soon, so hopefully something comes up in the used shop. If not, we'll have to buy it new. I do want kind of all my base equipment before I buy too much more land. Otherwise, we're going to have issues. So I'm going to keep fast forwarding through the months and see if I find... Okay, we are now in January. Some interesting things have happened. So I checked on the animals first, and I'm out of hay. So I'm going to need to do something about that. I need to get hay to them somehow. They do have a meadow still, but they'll literally eat that down, I believe, this month, and then the productivity will drop to 0. The other thing that came up was a tractor, finally. Nothing else that I was really interested in. This is a potato planter, I believe, or a sugarcane planter. Wood chipper, I think. Looks like it. A couple other items I wasn't really interested in, so I'm going to go ahead and buy this tractor. It's pretty cheap. It does have some hours on it, but that's okay. Let's see. I kind of want to get a 4-wheel drive tractor so it'll pull a little better. That costs $8,000 though, which is kind of a lot, but it wouldn't be a bad first tractor, and we don't really need all the weight packs on there, so that'll save a little money. You could go this option with just duals and no 4-wheel drive. I think we're going to go with the full 4-wheel drive. Just like that. Mirrors, yeah, we want mirrors. Oh, them are expensive. Holy mackerel. But we need mirrors. Definitely need mirrors. Go with the cheaper ones. Extremity lights. Yeah, we don't need extremity lights in here. We're not really going to be working on the night yet. We don't have a big enough farm. Front fenders, yeah. 1,600. I don't really think we're going to work in the mud a lot, but because we don't have to push it. But let's go without front fenders. We don't need a ladder extension. Back hydraulic tank, what is that? Yeah, we don't need that. Exhaust cover. No. No GPS. Standard attacher. Better put that on there just in case. Weights. I would like some weights. Maybe not all of them though. That's a lot. Let's do that one. Another 500. Go that one actually. I could put a front load attacher on here. That would actually... Let's do that because then we can get... pick up the bales for the animals, which would be helpful. And then since we're doing that, I'm actually going to put the front fenders on too, just because I like how they look. So, all right, now we can use this to move the hay. So this is going to be really nice, actually. Let's buy that. Only $40,000. I think that was a pretty good deal, actually. Now we got to figure out what attacher goes with that. I'm assuming it's going to be one of the John Deere ones. I wish it told you like which tractors it went with. It doesn't really do a good job of that. 700. Or if we just bought an aftermarket one. $8,500. Oh, 15,000 for that one. Yikes. 6M. Okay, let's try this one. I think that's going to be big enough. And then let's get the bale forks. What bale forks we want to go with? That one's 600. Bale King 50. Yeah, we're just going to go with the 600. Okay, let's go pick up our tractor. Hopefully that front loader attacher works. I think it's for the newer model tractors, but not 100% sure. Wow, looks to fit pretty good. Okay, let's get this back to the farm and feed the cows. Put on our flashers. I think the dualies were going to be a good choice. We didn't necessarily need them right away, but we're going to be using this tractor for planting, tillage, and pretty much everything. So we'll be putting a lot of hours on it. It has 17 hours already. Just an FYI, our expenses on the farm per night, I was watching it, it was about $600 that we're losing every day. So somehow I would like to offset that with some type of something, whether it's chickens or bees to give us a little extra side income. Because I think once we run out of money from buying land, we are going to be in a pinch. What I like about this farm is it's kind of spread out a little bit. Granted, there is trees. I think we can take some of them down to gain some space, which will be nice. I also thought about destroying the shed in the middle here too. Not sure how useful that's going to be. It's really large. Maybe do like a full chicken coop there, so something to think about, but we'll see. So let's get these fed quick. Let's take one bale. Whoop. Kind of hard to get in there, not gonna lie. There we are. Okay. I'm gonna park this inside. Since we have so much barn space, I'm actually gonna bring the truck inside too because it's winter now. Let's get you inside, girl. You stay there. Open this up. Alrighty. Hopefully some more equipment comes up for sale. If not, we'll be buying. Alright. Let's keep going. Okay, it is March. It is growing season. But I did not find anything else that came up on the market, which is very unfortunate. But it is what it is. None of the fields are really growing yet, besides ours, which I don't understand. Is it planted? Maybe? Let's go look. Oh, nice. So it's wheat. Yield bonus, not a lot of yield bonus, not fertilized. Okay, so I see, it was planted in wheat. So that means we can harvest it in, where's wheat? In like July. Okay, so we just gotta fertilize this really, which is good. So, I did see a planter did come up, and I'm gonna buy it because it's only, this one's obviously too big, 400 horsepower, although would be pretty sweet. We're gonna buy this one. It's only 17,000, 6-row planter, really small, but we're gonna need it. So I'm gonna buy that. Then I'm gonna move into April and go pick that up. And then I'm gonna see. I really got to think about what else I need to really be successful. I don't need a trailer at this point, I don't think. But at some point I'm gonna need to get more hay, which I can buy more if I want to keep the cows around. We'll see. So I might just buy it for now. But I'm gonna for sure need something for tillage. I got the planter, and I got the harvester, so I can do very basic crops. I cannot do corn. I can only do, I think I can only plant pretty much soybeans. I believe. So without a seeder, I'm pretty much just to soybeans and corn. So I might have to end up purchasing a corn head, which, let's see how much they are. So a small 6-meter class corn head is $63,000, which is a lot. This is 6 meters as well. So I'm pretty much stuck to the 6-meter class corn head. So I'm gonna have to buy one of those because the 9's just too big, I think, for that combine. It maybe would work. Let's see how wide our other thing is. The header is 7.5. Yeah, I'll have to get the header on and see how far the boom goes out and decide if I should buy the big one or small one. I'll probably go with the small one for now, though. And then, yeah, if we can do corn and soybeans, we can make a little bit of money off of that. And then I'm going to decide, I got to decide what land I want to buy. So let's go pick up that planter and get it. So I thought about it on the way over here. I actually do not need a corn head right now. So I'm going to save that money because what I'm going to do is plant soybeans this season. I'll be able to get away without the corn head. And then next season, we will be buying the corn head. I can also get away without tillage for a while, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'll probably buy something. I'm just not sure what yet. So let's pick up this, and then I'm probably going to buy some fertilizer and seed quick to fill it up. Fertilizer and seed. I don't have anything to haul at home, so unfortunately I'm going to have to come back to the store every time I need to fill it up, which is going to kind of suck, but it is what it is. Let's do a big bag of solid fertilizer. Big bag of seeds. Should be more than plenty to fill this little planter. Okay. And we don't want to plant corn. Oh, that's right. I can also do sorghum. So I can do a couple crops here. Sunflowers as well, but I probably won't do them. Soybeans is the other one. So we're gonna do some soybeans this year. Maybe we might do some sorghum as well. Put some in the grain bin. That way, if we get chickens, we'll have something to feed the chickens because they'll eat wheat, sorghum, etc. So I guess we have wheat too. That would work, but want to have as much as possible stored up that way we're ready to go. Assuming this planter folds out a little bit. So yeah, this will be perfect. Not a big planter, but it'll get us by for now. We're definitely gonna want to buy a bigger one sooner rather than later. Alrighty, let's get this back, and then I'm gonna decide which fields we want to purchase. I definitely want to buy as much land as possible, because that funds will be hard to come by once I have spent all of the $1 million. So let's drop this here and kind of decide what we want to do. Obviously, close to the farm is better, but also got to take into consideration cost. So let's look at the farmland. 105,000. Yeah, and since I don't have a grain cart or anything right now, I'm definitely going to probably buy these two. I think it only makes sense to do that. Because what we can do eventually is make that all one field by plowing it together. So we'll buy that one, buy that one. This one might have opportunity for something down there. I'm not really sure what's going on over there in the woods, but we'll check that out. 225, 182, 184. I think we can afford one more field only. Ooh, that one's expensive. 500,000. Ouch. 319. Yeah, and then we're all getting so far away, so I gotta decide between 182 and 184. Size 7 acres. 7 acres. It's really a horse apiece. I think this one's gonna be easier to get to. Possible. Well, maybe not, because this one's right across the road. Yeah, let's do number 8. Let's try that one. Okay. Alrighty. We're gonna have to go into April, I believe, before we can actually plant anything, because you can see March is a little bit early for corn and or soybeans. So let's go into April. Hopefully we got $107,000 left. But we're gonna need that for a piece of tillage equipment, and then we're pretty much out of money. So save it for now. Okay, we are planting our first field. This is very exciting. Basically, I am using the steering assist mode. And you get to that by holding the H button. And then by using steering assist, you can basically go up and down the field straight, which is very nice. And this was not in Farm Sim 23. And I'm skipping every other lane. The reason why I'm doing this just is because it's way easier to turn. You can get dialed back in quickly. Yeah, anyways, I have quite a bit to plant. I have field number 3 here, field number 5, 4 is already planted, and field number 8. I still have 107,000. I'm hoping to pick up a fertilizer because I would like to get maximum yield. Potentially a fertilizer and a lime, or a dry fertilizer spreader and a lime spreader, or a wet fertilizer spreader, but we'll see what ends up coming up for sale. Prefer not to pay full price, but if I have to, I think it's going to be worth it just because the yield. One thing is, it's such a small planter, it is hard to get turned around perfectly straight. There you'll see at the end I missed a little bit, but that's okay, we'll figure that part out. I don't have to use the fold out markers, but I just am. I kind of wish they made it so you had to have GPS installed on your tractor to be able to use the field guidance. I think that would be a little added touch. You know, you gotta pay the extra money to get the extra service. I think I have one more round here, and then I'll be able to go on the outside of the field. But I'm gonna probably fast forward here. That way you don't have to watch me do all 3 fields, and I'll come back when I'm done with all 3.
Okay, I'm going to finish the video up there. Thanks for watching. I'm going to come back when I'm done planting and into the harvesting season. Have a good one.